Hey, what's up? What's up? What's happening, man? It's your boy Trucker King David, back with another one. And this one right here, man, I've been getting a lot of questions about CR England and the CDL training program and everything. First, I got to start off by saying thank you, God. I made it through. I trifecta. That's trifecta. You know what I'm saying? That mean if you don't know what trifecta mean, that means that you you passed all the tests the first time around. They quote you for it's quoted for like at CR England. It's like 17 days. Today was my 17th day, and man, I made it through. So man, hey, definitely I owe that to the Most High first and foremost, man. And anybody that was, praying for me, had good wishes for me. You know what I mean? Like yo, like this goes out. I owe you everything. You feel me? But yeah, man. So let's see. CR England, company sponsored CDL training program. Man, like for me, like honestly, it was amazing, for real. Like I come from, I come from like always having to grind to get it, no matter what it is that I want to do. Ain't nothing ever came easy. Matter of fact, about the only thing that I could say actually come easy to me is music or music and acting. I'll say that comes easy. And the acting, both of my talents came into play at CR England. But I don't want to get on too much like about me personally. But far as the program, let's see. First day, first day is full of confusion, full of just waiting around, filling out paperwork. Uh, you first they separate, who coming in and has their permit already, and it's separated from the ones who don't have a permit. So if you got your permit, then like everybody got to get their paperwork out. Then they got to make copies of everybody's paperwork or whatever, and then it go from that to you going basically once they get all of that situated, you go out on the pad, and the pad is like where you do all the training with the trucks and all of that. So yeah, boom, day one, we went out, hit the pad because I was a part of the group that got my CDL permit before I came. And yeah, man, we went out on the pad and everything, and we started doing. It was pre-trip and air brakes. We pretty much just started working on that. The people who didn't have their permit pretty much had to be in the classroom, and they was like learning, just pretty much verbally learning all of the ins and outs, of the pre-trip and the air brake. So they, quote unquote, they were doing the same thing that we were doing, some of the same things, but for the first 3 days for them, they was more focused on getting prepared to take the CDL permit test, which you do that at the DMV. And so by Tuesday, Tuesday we come in and we had to do a hair follicle or whatever, and your DOT urine test or whatever. I wasn't worried about none of that at all. Like, man, if you're gonna come out here, please, like, don't waste your time and come out here dirty, thinking that you about to fool somebody, man. Like, hey, you better drink a whole lot of detox drinks, and you bottom line, you gotta stop whatever you're doing. You know, like when you make this decision, man, to come out here, like you got to be about your business, man. Like you can do all of that little kid stuff. You can do that when you done made all this paper. You got some land, some property or something like that, and you could kick back. You know, maybe you got a fleet of trucks and you got other people, you got drivers working for you. But man, like don't. Otherwise, man, cut the shit. Cut the shit. You can't smoke no weed a week before you come and think that you're gonna pass the test. You not. It's just that simple. You know can't do nothing, man. So cut the shit. So anyhow, Tuesday we did our hair follicle DOT urine, and then we left. That right there took. I want to say that probably took about 3 hours for that whole process. So like part of the morning was spent doing that. Then after that, we go back outside to the pad and we continue to work on our air brakes and pre-trip and all that good stuff. It was a lot of confusion going on. You never know like what's going to be going on when you get there. You know what I mean? Like for me personally, and the group of people that came with me, we kind of got like the shit end of the stick for like the first 4 to 5 days. It was just hella confusing. Nobody was like really training us anything. We was just all basically like waiting around, talking to each other, getting to know each other pretty much. I mean, aside of the little bit of training that we was doing. So man, I ain't gonna call out no names or whatever, like, cause I don't know, I don't have no permission to, call out like the higher ups. But my dude, well, I guess if I'm speaking good about somebody, then like I don't see why they would mind. I'm not giving a full government name, but man, shouts out to Trent, man. Like, and by the way, this is solely on the Fontana, California, uh, training facility. I don't know nothing about nowhere else. All I can talk about is where I was at, um, in Cali or whatever. Like this home for me. Uh, Shout out to Trent, man. He run he the head top dog of the training facility, and man, like he looked out, man. The homie looked out though. Like he bought us pizza. We had like a pizza party. You know, that was his way of saying, sorry you guys, like, we know your first week, was hella confusing, disorganized, and all that good stuff. So, this is my thank you to you, and everybody, hang in there, and then, once we got past that day, from that point it was we was on the ball. The ball was bouncing on the court, and it was time to it was go time. And I want to say like the end of that first week, we actually like start hopping in the trucks doing maneuvers. You know what I'm saying? Doing your offset back in, your straight line back in, your parallel parking, and the alley dock. The infamous alley dock, man. We'll get on that. I might do a whole damn video about alley docking, because the alley dock kicked my ass. No, I say, excuse my language. It kicked my butt. Yeah, that part. But man, yeah, like this is just in general. I'm trying to not make this video so long. 20 minutes is my limit. So yeah, man. So we was doing maneuvers, and pretty much that's what we was doing all the way, for the next 2 weeks. It's just working on these maneuvers. Now, in regards to the lodging, okay, I happen to stay at the roadway. Road, I ended up getting, I'm God's son, I'm one of God's favorites, so I pray on everything, man, and I lucked up. No, let me rephrase that. I don't believe in luck. I'm blessed, so I ended up getting a good room, and when I say good room, I mean with no beds, I mean, with no bugs, roaches or nothing like that in my room personally. And I'm always thinking about stuff to like the 10th power. So I came here. Prior to coming here, I bought like bed bug spray, all type of stuff, because what I mean, I didn't stayed in hostels, all type of situations or whatever, like, cause I'm just, like I would been in the streets, um, LA. But yeah, man, so like get to the hotel, I checked in that Sunday. So the week that I'm telling you that we did start doing the maneuvers, whatever, that Sunday, I checked in to the hotel, and yeah, man, nice room. Because of COVID, it used to be two to a room, but because of COVID, everybody got their own room. I don't even know, from what I've seen on YouTube and everything. Like, man, all the other companies that do sponsor CDL training and everything, like, they like two to a room. You know, I ain't gonna call out their names, because if I'm gonna plug anybody, it's gonna be who I'm with, CR England. But yeah, like, other companies, it's two to a room. So I had got my own suite, two beds. I ain't even sleep in one of the beds, so it stayed like fresh, brand new. Um, I bought cleaning supplies and all that good stuff, and I cleaned up. So I wasn't one of them ones that was gonna complain. I ain't gonna complain about nothing. Like, I come from the dirt, homie. Like, I come from, I didn't, been homeless before, you know what I mean? All type of stuff, So like, when you in experience a lot of the things that I experienced, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to deal with stuff. So in regards to that, now some people did get the room, like one of my homies or whatever, my SA partners, he ended up getting a room where, like, he said, soon as he opened his door, roaches just scattered, and all type of bugs, and you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, thank you, Lord. I didn't get anything like that. So, I can't speak on that, but I definitely would have said something. I would have brought that to somebody's attention, you know what I mean? If I was placed in one of them rooms. So, man, shouts out to them, man. The staff, they pretty much left you alone, you definitely want to come out here with some money, because you're going to get better rooms, but you ain't getting ain't no meals, no none of that. I mean, you gonna get some free water when you get when you get to the school, and they got a shuttle. They come pick you up. The shuttle's supposed to be here at 5. Supposed to be here at 5. One day the shuttle might come 5:45, 5:15. Either way, you better have your ass outside at 5 a.m. Fortunately for me, I only had to ride the shuttle not even a handful of times, because I ended up, linking with my partner, my OG homie from Compton and everything. Like, I ended up, me and him, we clicked, boom. Like, soon he an older cat. I always hung around older dudes, because they just don't, they be about their business, not the, and this ain't no shot at nobody. I'm just, this my personal opinion on that. Like older folk, I'm an older dude, I just look younger, but older folk, they it's about their business. They ain't doing all the kid stuff. So man, when it come to the people, let's get to that part. You're gonna deal with every type of personality, from the cool dude, like, and this ain't about no race, nothing, because you're gonna have a mixture, far as when it comes to race and cultures. You're gonna have a whole mixture, but you're gonna have a whole lot of different personalities. And we all know, when you got a whole bunch of personalities, man, like, get together, it's always, you're not gonna see eye to eye with everybody. And this is one of them type of things where, like, you gotta think for yourself, man. Soon as you notice, somebody with whatever woo woo, you know, like, and you not with that, you gotta kind of, you gotta look out for yourself, you know, whether that means alienate yourself away from people, you know, the bad seeds, because it's bad seeds everywhere. I'm pretty sure we all know, you know, like being out here in these streets, going to school, da 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 da, you know, everybody ain't gonna be cool. Everybody ain't gonna have your best interest at heart and all that. So, you know, it was definitely some people that, you know, it was definitely some personalities. To say it the nice way, it was definitely some personalities that I didn't click with. Like I'm more of a introverted person. Like, but I'm totally approachable. But if I get the wrong vibe from you, or you look at me like you know, a funny style way, like, then like I'm not even gonna mess with you. And me personally, ain't no do overs with me. Like, once you display any type of sucker style stuff, you know, F boy, F girl stuff, like, ain't no way me and you gon' we might be able to, we gonna play just for the sake of, you know, what my mission is. So I'm gonna get along with you in that regard. But aside of that, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna be trying to be friends. And yo, like, it's cool to meet people. It's cool to meet people. It's cool to become friends with somebody eventually, whatever. But that's not the reason you came here, man. That's not the reason that you come in here to see our English. You come in here to get your CDL and start making money to provide for you and yours. That's what you here for. So, yeah, man, it was definitely some personalities that I could do without or whatever, and I just handled that accordingly. But yeah, man. So let's see. Week 2, we still worked on maneuvers and all that good stuff. And then week 3 comes around, and it's testing time. And you know, each day, probably like 8 to maybe 9 people, depending on how many testers. Because it's only like maybe 4, maybe 5 testers, but there's never really going to be 5 testers testing people in one day. It's not happening, because at least 1 or 2 of the testers are going to be like on the pad training the next class that comes in. And mind you, it's a new class, it's a new batch of people, anywhere from 40 to 60 people coming in every Monday. So this is every week. You know, this thing just happening like this. So like, now, by the time, but if you watch my other videos, then you know that by the time drug test day comes around, by the time you get to the end of that first week, when everybody done did their drug test and hair follicle, all that stuff, that it might start with 60. By that Friday, Saturday, it's gonna be about 35, maybe 40, and then it just keeps going from that point. So yeah, so week 3, start testing. Um, man, just study, study. Go see Mr. Lee for them air brakes. Go see Richard for them air brakes. You know, and because if you don't pass the air brake, and if you don't pass the air brake, the in-cab inspection, and your pre-trip, you're not even moving on to skills, let alone getting out on the road for the final test, and you know, coming back to the yard and being told you passed. So man, just study. You know, keep your energy high. You know, whoever you believe in, I ain't here to tell you who believe in. This ain't no religious thing. But man, if you stay focused, man, and you really want this, you know, my cousin said it to me, like, man, when you got stuff on the line and you really want this, you gonna find a way to make it happen. You gonna find a way to make it work. Whatever you lacking in, you gonna find a way to be strong in that, man. And man, just study. I can't say it enough. Just study, because that's gonna show when it comes test time. I done seen people be absolutely like damn near flawless when we were practicing, and then get in the test mode when it's time for them to test, and they completely drop the ball. you know, they completely fail. Like they fail like at the air brakes or something like that or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused, man. Don't be trying to make friends. It's cool to make friends and all that, but first and foremost, gotta be your CDL, because that's what you there for. Like when the instructor's there, man, listen to the instructors. Oh, and this another thing, man. I might have to make a whole video about this. You know what I'm saying? I said this video wasn't gonna be long, so I'm gonna cut it soon. But man, don't listen to old boy over here trying to damn give you instructions. He in the same damn class you in. Unless you see him doing alley docking and he flawless every time, flawless victory every time, listen to the damn instructor, okay? Because that's what they get paid to do. They already got their CDL. They done been had their CDL. Majority of them been had their CDL 10 plus years, depending on who you get. So pay attention to the instructor, yo. Take notes. You know, if you blessed enough to be there when, you know, some of the instructors that actually like made notes, they wrote out notes and they just photocopy them and they give them to their class, their group or whatever. Like, you read them notes and keep them handy, man, and do that all the way until you can, like, for instance, like with your air brakes and your pre-trip and your in-cab inspection, you want to use that paper until you can do it all without paper. Sitting in your room on your bed, you can rehearse. If you once you memorize how the steps of everything and the numbers and all that, once you memorize that, you ain't even got to be in front of a truck. You could just sit on at the edge of your bed, you know, sit on the couch and be by yourself. And okay, so the first test that I'm going to perform is going to be my governor cutout test. And the purpose of this test is that my governor should cut out no higher than 140 psi. You know what I mean? Like, I got it in my head, like, and I'm probably gonna remember this stuff for my entirety of my career, you know. But yeah, man, like, make sure you bring enough clothes for at least 10 days. You go to school about 6 days, I'm sorry, 6 days a week. So you going to school, you know, 6 days a week. So if you bring 10 pairs of clothes, t-shirts, you know, jeans, and trust me, bring a coat. It's California, but it's cold. It's hella cold in the morning in Cali, okay? So make sure you got you some hoodies, you got you one good jacket, and you know, you're gonna be straight. You're gonna be good. And make sure you come with a couple dollars to eat, man. Go and get you. Don't be no fool out here trying to get a burrito. They got a taco, a food truck that come around every day. But think about it. If you there for 20 days and you spending $10 a day, and the truck come around 2 times a day. So imagine, no, actually 3 times a day. It comes at like 8, then 10 o'clock is lunchtime, then it comes at 1 o'clock. When you get break. 8 o'clock is 8 a.m. is a break as well. But yeah, lunch is an hour. Man, yeah. So yo, if you thinking about getting your CDL and you don't have the money to go to the, you know, CDL school, and you want to actually have a job when you complete your CDL, man, come over to CR England. And don't be looking at all these weak videos trying to tell you how bad it's going to be. It was bad for them. It was bad for you, homie. What it was for you is not going to be the same for me, and vice versa. So you got to get out there and see for yourself, you know, before you make any type of judgments, man, because I mean, no matter what you do in life, if it comes easy, it ain't worth having. You know that saying, all right? Anything worth having don't come easy. You got to put in work for it. So man, I got more videos coming. I'm getting better at this, YouTube thing or whatever. So as I progress, you know, the videos will progress, and eventually we're gonna start the videos with me in the truck, and I'm gonna take y'all on my journey, because this is definitely a great journey, you know, that I'm now a part of. And man, I'm already in love with trucking, man, and I plan on doing this for a long time from now, man. Let's get this money. It's so much money. This the best time to get on this and get your CDL. Coming up out of a pandemic, it's 30 billion sitting on the Long Beach harbor on the docks right now. Better get out here and get you some. Yeah. So yo, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share this video, man. Share this video, man. It's your boy Trucker Doe, and I'm out.